This is the Washington Post March, written by John Philip Sousa in 1889. It is written in 3 parts. The first 2 parts are in the key of G, and the third part is in the key of C. It is in 6/8 time. The first part starts off with a single note run starting on D on the 2nd string. And then it goes with a single note lick to an A minor 7th with your melody on the 1st string, to a D chord with your melody on the 1st string, and to a G chord with your melody on the 1st string is an A. And what I'm doing there is I'm just hitting the G as my bass note and hitting the strings 3, 2, and 1. And then you get another G chord and go down to a D chord, playing the 2nd string as your melody, and then it goes to this D chord. And I just do an alternating D bass with that. And then it does the same thing with the G chord, and I also alternate that. And since you're using the E note as your melody, you can use the open 1st string for that 3rd note. Here. And then you do the same thing with the G bass. And then this time, instead of going to an A minor 7th, he goes to an A 7th. And then a D chord. And then you go to this G with the A melody. And then you jump to a G minor. And for the G minor, I'm just playing the G bass and strings 1, 2, and 3. And then I go to the F sharp and the E, and then play a D chord, and then a long A. And a long A is just barred on the 2nd for the A, and you hitting this 5th fret on the 1st string for your melody. And then it's a D chord using the 2nd string as your melody, and then an A 7th using the 2nd string as your melody, and the D chord using the 2nd string as your melody. And so the whole first part played slowly looks like this. It repeats. And then he jumps into the 2nd section. And what that is, it's a D chord. The first D chord is a D note on the 5th fret of the 5th string, an F sharp on the 4th fret of the 4th string, the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, which is an A, and then you hit this open E. Now this is quite a stretch here. You can use your pinky. And then he goes to a G with an open E. And then these single notes on the 2nd string, and then to a D with an open E, And then these single notes, which are in the D chord, you're already holding down. And then another G with an open E. And then this little run on the second string. And then the third string open. And then you just repeat. And this time he plays a G diminished, which it looks like a D7th chord. It just moved up one with an E bass. So it's a hit the second string, and then a G chord with an open E, and then on the second string, third fret, open third string, D chord, but for this D chord you're just hitting a D and the third string and a fourth string, and then to a G with your melody on the third string. All together, the second part looks like this. And then he jumps into the third part, which is in the key of C, hitting a C chord. And with the C chord, the melody is an open E to a G, to an F sharp, to a G, and then it's to a G7th. You're hitting the first and second strings there. And then it's a C chord. D, E, G, and then you repeat. And then just a C chord with the second string as your melody. So it's like this. Since I play this through twice, I play it an octave difference. So the first time through, I start off with an F down here, with my melody as the A note on the third string, and then I move to an A chord with the melody on the A string, and then a D minor chord with the melody on the A string. And what I'm doing here is I'm just holding down the F in the bass and playing these 6, 5, 4, and 3 strings. And then you go to a single F note, which is still in the D minor chord. So it's A, D, and then a C chord where your melody note's the third string, a G chord where your melody's your third string, and then a C chord where the melody's your second string. So it's F, A, D minor, C, G, C. And the second time through, I do the exact same thing, just an octave higher. So. And then I move up to the F here on the 8th fret, playing the A note here on the second string. And then I move to an A7th here on the 5th fret, playing the A note on the first string. And then I move up here to a D minor, playing the A note on the second string. And then single notes here on the F, E, D, and then I go down to a C, holding the G note as the melody on the first string, and a G chord, and then I jump up here to a C chord on the 8th fret, which looks like this.